In a world where energy has always been chained to oil, gas, coal, and endless electric bills, a man from Africa has dared to dream differently. His name is Maxwell Chikumbutso, an innovator, an engineer, and a visionary who has shaken the very foundation of what we thought was possible. And today, that dream has landed right in the heart of the United States of America. Imagine a generator that powers itself. No gas.
No solar.
No wind. No grid. No fuel at all. Just pure, endless power, running on its own.
It sounds like science fiction, right?
But this is real.
This is happening now. And the man behind it is Maxwell Chikumbutso, a name the world will never forget.
For decades, humanity has been told that energy freedom is impossible, that we must depend on fossil fuels or expensive renewable infrastructure. Every light bulb, every phone charge, every factory machine, every car ride, all tied to a system designed to make us dependent. But here comes a self-powered generator, a box of technology that defies the rules we've been taught, something the establishment never wanted us to see.
The moment Maxwell's invention touched American soil, people gasped.
Engineers, scientists, and even skeptics stood frozen. Could this really be true? Could a self-powered generator actually work? And if it does, what does that mean for the trillion-dollar energy industry that has kept the world running for more than a century? The implications are enormous. Maxwell Chikumbutso didn't grow up in luxury, nor did he have endless funding or global corporations backing him. He was just a determined dreamer from Zimbabwe, someone who believed that energy should belong to everyone, not just those who can afford high electric bills. His self-powered generator is more than just a piece of technology, it's a revolution in a box. Imagine plugging your home appliances into a device that never runs out of energy. Imagine running a business without worrying about the electric grid.
Imagine powering a hospital in the middle of nowhere, far from power lines, with clean, endless energy.
That is what this invention represents. And now, the USA has seen it with their own eyes. People who attended the unveiling described it as surreal. The generator was switched on, and without any fuel or connection to the grid, it came to life. Lights turned on.
Devices powered up.
Machines hummed with energy. And it kept going.
Minute after minute.
Hour after hour. While the world has been stuck arguing over fossil fuels, solar panels, wind farms, and nuclear reactors, here stood a box producing power on its own, defying the rules, mocking the limits of what we thought was possible.
A game changé?
That phrase almost feels too small. This is not just a game changer. It's a world changer. Of course, the first reaction from many was disbelief. How can something like this exist? Where does the energy come from? Maxwell himself has always been humble when asked. He describes his invention as a breakthrough in harnessing electromagnetic frequencies in a way that produces usable, consistent power. While traditional science shakes its head, the reality is undeniable. It works. And in the USA, where innovation is celebrated but also heavily scrutinized, this arrival could be the start of something far bigger than anyone realizes. Imagine a future where homes no longer get power bills every month. Imagine entire cities running independent of massive centralized power stations. Imagine electric cars that never need charging from the grid. That's the dream Maxwell is daring to put in front of us.
And yet, behind the dream lies a storm.
Because when a single invention has the potential to disrupt oil companies, gas giants, electric utilities, and governments who profit from energy dependence, you can be sure resistance will rise. Already, whispers are spreading. Will this invention be allowed to flourish? Or will it be buried under pressure from those who fear losing power? Not just electrical power, but financial and political power? History is filled with stories of inventions that threatened billion-dollar industries and mysteriously vanished. But this time, things feel different. This time, the invention has crossed borders and entered one of the most powerful nations on Earth.
This time, the world is watching.
Maxwell's journey has never been easy. He faced doubt, poverty, and ridicule. People called his work impossible, a scam, even magic. But time after time, his prototype spoke louder than the critics. When he brought his generator to the USA, he wasn't just bringing a machine. He was bringing hope, hope that maybe, just maybe, the chains of energy dependence could finally be broken. And if America embraces this, the ripple effect across the world will be unstoppable. Think about the possibilities. Remote villages in Africa with no power lines could have clean, endless electricity. Disaster zones where power grids collapse could instantly light up with these.
Générateur.
Families who struggle with sky-high energy bills could finally breathe easy. Businesses could cut costs and grow faster. Governments could reduce emissions without the slow, expensive process of switching to renewable energy farms. The environment would heal, industries would evolve, and the people would finally taste freedom. Freedom powered by innovation. Freedom powered by a man who refused to accept the limits handed to him. When people witnessed the generator in action, they knew they were looking at history in the making. Some smiled in awe. Some cried. Some just stood silently, realizing the world would never be the same again. America has always been the land where innovation thrives, from the light bulb to the airplane to the internet. And now, hosting the arrival of a self-powered generator, America once again stands on the edge of a new era. The question is not whether this invention works. The question is whether the world is ready to accept it.